The great Rabbi Hillel of the first century challenges us with three significant questions. If I'm not for myself, who will be? If only for myself, what am I? If not now, when? This ancient challenge fueled the life of honor, integrity, and service lived by Rabbi Samuel Rosinger. During his 50-year tenure, Rabbi Rosinger cast a giant shadow of compassion, courage, leadership, and faith that touched more lives in this community than we will ever know. It is this legacy and our Love Thy Neighbor initiative that fuel the establishment of the most prestigious and significant honor created by Temple Emmanuel in the Southeast Texas Jewish community. In search of a rabbi, the Reformed Congregation of Beaumont posted an oddly worded advertisement which read, "Rabbi wanted for Congregation Temple Emmanuel of Beaumont, Texas. Applicants may be graduates of the Hebrew Union College or the Jewish Theological Seminary. He must be a good mixer." Through this advertisement, however, Congregation Temple Emmanuel found a truly remarkable man, Samuel Rosinger, a native of Hungary, educated in Switzerland, Berlin, Columbia University, and the Jewish Theological Seminary. Rabbi Rosinger delivered his trial sermon on August 24, 1910. His last sermon to his congregation was to be delivered some 50 years later. This courageous, gentle, loving man was to stand up to the fury of the Ku Klux Klan, racial hatred, and violence, and yet is remembered as teacher, guide, counselor, and comforter to 3 generations of Beaumont Jewish families. He was the cohesive force of his day for the entire community, offering himself equally to all Beaumonters. Rabbi Rosinger's incredible impact on the greater Beaumont community can still be felt today.
Dr. James Fuller and Allison Getz share these same principles and are the reason they were chosen to receive the 2022 Rabbi Samuel Rosinger Humanitarian Award. Dr. James Fuller was born on December 4th, 1951, in Muncie, Indiana, to Anne Louise and Roy T. Fuller, sandwiched between an older brother, Tom, and a younger sister, Diane. Both of his parents were World War II veterans who served in Germany. His father also served in the Korean conflict. Jim attended 3 high schools in 3 states, earning an Eagle Scout Award in 1967 while in Nashville. He attended Illinois State University, graduating in 1973 with a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology. He was active in church and the Baptist Student Union and felt a call from God to enter full-time ministry. He also met and began dating Jo Ellen Baker of East Peoria. After their marriage, they began their lifelong adventure at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in Kansas City, Missouri. Jo taught elementary school while earning her master's degree in reading. She would eventually teach for 40 years in the public schools of Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, and Texas. During his senior year in seminary, Jim's fellow students elected him president of the student body. After graduation, he became the staff assistant to the president of the seminary, and the young couple welcomed the birth of their daughter, Jennifer. In 1981, Jim entered the Doctor of Philosophy program at Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, where he also served as the pastor of nearby Stamping Ground Baptist Church, a position he would hold for 11 years. During this time, he and Jo were blessed by the arrival of their daughter, Jessie. Jim would graduate with his Doctor of Philosophy degree in the School of Theology, Department of Church and Community in 1987. In 1993, Jim became the senior pastor at Calder Baptist Church. He knew from the first interview that it would be the perfect match for him and that Beaumont would be the perfect home for his family. As he fulfilled that role in our midst, he demonstrated a wide-ranging understanding of what it means to be a pastor in today's divided world. In addition to his commitments to the members of Calder Baptist Church, Reverend Fuller demonstrated over and over again the importance of love thy neighbor across the community and embraced a number of roles in community leaderships. Over the years, Dr. Fuller has been a welcome guest and participant at many services at Temple Emmanuel, where he is remembered for quietly standing guard outside our beloved temple during the first Shabbat following an incident of vandalism. In the summer of 2021, Dr. Fuller announced his retirement, bringing a close to 28 years of service at Calder Baptist. He continues to serve in leadership with many of the nonprofits of Southeast Texas. This includes the co-coordinator of the citywide Thanksgiving services, demonstrating his personal commitment to our city. Jim and Joe continue to call Beaumont their home and now include in their family a son-in-law, Tyler.
In the Hebrew Scriptures, as well as the Christian Scriptures, there are clear and definite teachings about our prophetic call. Micah says, "What is good, O mortal, and what does the Lord require of you? But to love justice, to do kindness, and walk humbly with your God." There are also clear teachings by the rabbi that is, of course, most special to me. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus uses a parable of the sheep and the goats, and he has the person welcoming people to their eternal destiny, some good and some not good. And the ones that he welcomes to their eternal destiny with him ask him, what have they done to deserve this? And he said, well, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. When I was in prison, you came to visit me. And they said, when did we do this, Lord? And he responds, when you did it to one of the least of these, you also did it to me. And through that passage of Scripture, for me, I have come to believe that we are called to reach out to the little, the least, the last, and the lost. So those two passages of Holy Scripture, one from the Hebrew Bible and one from the Christian Bible, guide and motivate me in my prophetic call. One of the greatest challenges we face today as a community, especially when we think about how to nurture love thy neighbor, is the cultural moment we find ourselves in as citizens of this nation we all love. Right now, not a one of us know exactly how to proceed. There is suddenly in our midst a lack of curiosity about others, a lack of understanding and empathy to other situations. We need to reclaim curiosity as a basic human characteristic. Instead of condemning others, perhaps we should ask a question of curiosity. Tell me why you feel that way. Tell me why you believe that. I don't understand. Curiosity can be a starting point that helps to nurture kindness. Naming this humanitarian award after Rabbi Samuel Rosinger humbles all of us who have been considered and received the award. Frankly, it's amazing to me that a religious leader could stay in one place for 50 years, and yet he did. It also amazes me that a religious leader can be as courageous as Rabbi Rosinger demonstrated, standing up to the clan of his day. It amazes me that there is still hatred living around us and among us. One of the interesting opportunities we have occasionally in Southeast Texas is to demonstrate how we love one another in the aftermath of hurricanes. In the last almost 30 years, I've experienced several of those hurricanes along with you. It's amazing to me, in the aftermath of the destruction of a hurricane, all of the barriers are relaxed. It's amazing to me how we can develop such kindness and such love for our neighbor in the aftermath of natural disasters. Our great challenge, of course, in nurturing love thy neighbor is to take those experiences that come after disasters and make sure we keep them in place in the good times. That's a challenge, but one we demonstrate to ourselves periodically we are very capable to meet.
Allison Nathan Getz was born in St. David's Hospital, Austin, Texas, on April 21, 1960, to parents Iris and Jerry Nathan. In time, the Nathans added a son, Earl. Allison and Earl's devotion for each other is an inspiration to all. A lifelong resident of Beaumont, Allison attended Regina Howell Elementary, Marshall Junior High, and Forest Park High School. Following high school graduation, she attended the University of Texas, earning her Bachelor of Business Administration degree in finance. After college, Allison married and had 2 children, Tipton Lee Golias and Anne Elizabeth Golias Reynolds. Later, Allison began a career as a senior financial advisor with Payne Weber and eventually moved her practice to Merrill Lynch. During this busy time of her life, she met and married Mike Getz. Allison was taught by the example of her family during her formative years and beyond of the importance of serving others and giving back to the community. Despite the demands of her career and motherhood, Allison has been active in a tremendous number of charitable organizations. She has been a member of countless boards and is currently serving on the boards of 10 organizations. She has served as chairman and president of the Fire Museum of Texas, Garth House, Beaumont Children's Museum, Beaumont Heritage Society, Southeast Texas Tennis Association, the Bar Auxiliary of Jefferson County, Young Audiences, Temple Emmanuel Board of Trustees and Sisterhood, Jefferson County Texas Exes, Beaumont Ballet Theater, Gallery Guild, Golden Triangle Republican Women, President, Board of Directors, Some Other Place, Symphony of Southeast Texas, and the Symphony League of Beaumont. Allison has been elected multiple times as the tax assessor for Jefferson County and voter registrar. She was recognized as Tax Assessor of the Year for all 255 counties of the state of Texas. Allison has been involved with Temple Emmanuel her entire religious life, beginning from her consecration into Sunday school, on to confirmation, and now as a leader and volunteer of Temple Emmanuel and its sisterhood. She served as chairman of many committees and in many board positions, including president of Sisterhood and president of the Board of Trustees and treasurer of Sisterhood and the Temple Board of Trustees, and she continues to serve on the board of both. At her installation as president of Temple Emmanuel, Allison shared, "I am proud to serve as the 5th generation of my family to lead Temple Emmanuel, following in the footsteps of my great-great-grandfather Rabbi Aaron Levy, great-grandfathers J.J. Nathan and Jake Sharfstein, great-uncles Sam and Milton Sharfstein, and father Jerry Nathan. I feel a deep sense of tradition and responsibility in accepting this task." And with that, she announced that the theme for her term would be Together in Tradition, while continuing the impact of Love Thy Neighbor on the community, just as our forefathers have done before us. Throughout her adult life, Allison has demonstrated over and over again her passion for service above self and the importance of love thy neighbor by embracing many roles in community leadership, and has been recognized with innumerable awards and honors such as the Junior League of Beaumont Active of the Year in 1999 and Sustainer of the Year in 2014, Monsignor Kelly High School Volunteer of the Year in 2004, Jefferson Award 2008, Merrill Lynch Employee Giving Award 2007, Presidential Volunteer Service Award 4 times, Texas Federation of Republican Women Tribute to Women honoree, Crime Stopper of the Year 2015, Pioneering Women honoree 2017, Save Our Children Award for Excellence 2017, and Tax Assessor of the Year for the State of Texas 2021. The daughter of the Jerry Nathan School of Thank Yous, Allison Nathan Getz expresses a heartfelt appreciation to Temple Emmanuel and the Humanitarian Award Committee for this amazing honor. It was a proud night several years back when Allison presented this award to her father. She is also honored to be sharing this evening with Reverend Dr. James Fuller. It was during her term as Temple Board President that Dr. Fuller watched over Temple Emmanuel and showed that where there is adversity, there is also kindness across the faiths, a kindness that unites and strengthens us. We can all be exemplars of love thy neighbor. Allison is the proud mother of Lee Golias, Ann Elizabeth Golias Reynolds, and stepson Jacob Getz. She is also the proud grandmother of Sadie and Alice Reynolds, Samantha Golias, and step-granddaughter Marigold Goldie Getz. She is prayerful that each generation of her family will follow in her and her parents' tradition, and that of those who came before them of service above self. In acceptance of this award, Allison has included these remarks. My family's history in Beaumont dates back to 1895. My great-great-grandfather was the first rabbi of the First Temple Emmanuel. So receiving this recognition makes me happy that his dream for his family's participation in this congregation and in this community is still strong. It's no secret that I'm very close with my family. The seeds for our loving community comes from the love that we have for one another. What matters most of all to me is that we are all together. I want Temple Emmanuel to always be in a good position in our community, regardless of the number of members that we have. I want it to thrive and always be here. We are a small Jewish community with a big heart. We are involved in so much in Beaumont and Southeast Texas. Our Love Thy Neighbor outreach is even to our neighbors way beyond Southeast Texas. And what's so important is that our interfaith community embraces one another with warmth and love and friendship. We are important to our neighbors, and they are always important to us. It is our distinct pleasure and honor to present the 2022 Rabbi Samuel Rosinger Humanitarian Award to Dr. James Fuller and Allison Getz.